Starting recording. Starting stream. There we go, we're live. We're on, guys.
Don't see anything.
It's like a 10-second delay.
Yay!
Oh, if you have the stream on, please mute it. So that way we won't hear echoes.
Yep, got it.
Did it.
Okay, let's get started. Hello.
Hi, hi.
I'm here.
Okay, you're all here. Then, wait, what? Who's calling me? Oh, really? Now? Really? Okay, you guys do like introductions and stuff. I'll be right back.
Murphy's Law.
Anna, this is your cue.
Huh.
Can you all hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, I just weirdly went silent for a minute. Okay, well, welcome to the inaugural Vampire the Masquerade V5 Alpha for Silver Soul. All right. So I'm Anna. I am your GM this evening. I feel like a waiter. So we are working with the V5 Alpha. So we still aren't entirely sure of the ins and outs of it, so I might be referring to the PDF frequently. We'll see what happens.
And the rest of us are new to this game, so we will definitely see what happens.
That's right. And we have 3 of our 4 players here right now. Not sure what happened to the 4th guy. If he shows up, we'll work him in. That's whatever. So I'm really excited. I haven't GM'd a Vampire the Masquerade game in a long time. And this one I made to be pretty fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Myself and Dimitri are actually the veterans who have played this before. So I guess a good way of starting would be if folks want to like go around and maybe give like a 30-second like nutshell of their character, their clan, any like fun facts, that sort of thing, so they can get to know you guys.
Okay. Well, I'm Harry Torres. I am a ghoul to the Trimmer clan. Not really a vampire, as you see, but a servant of vampires who drinks the blood to gain some superhuman abilities like longevity, like faster healing, but pretty much human anyway. That's pretty much sums it up. I'm more of a social character with a crime background, like a fence and some minor crimes that I do myself. That's pretty much it.
Sounds good. Who's up next?
All right. I am a Ventru, and I will be playing a male character because it's just an old habit of mine with many games. I am going to, well, I'm going to attempt to be charismatic and suave. He's a CEO, so he's kind of a rich capitalist kind of type, which I think is going to be kind of fun.
And this is your first VTM game, right?
Yes.
All right. And last but not least, we have...
I think he's still on his phone call.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can sort of get started with setting the scene. So, I have you all starting in a place so evil, in a place so mind-suckingly boring that it would make even Cain shriek like a little girl in terror. I have you all starting at the DMV.
Oh dear God.
Yes,
Oh no.
the DMV in, I believe it's Astoria, which is outside of New York City. So ignore the map for now. So you all, you got letters that sounded pretty urgent in the mail. They said, your tags, your license plates are like dreadfully out of date. We are going to like blow up your car if you don't come, pay the fee, that sort of thing. So they said that they actually were so urgent about getting you guys to settle up with them that they made you an appointment. So when you go to the DMV, you all actually got the same letter. So, there's just the endless thing of take a number and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. And then one of the counters, there's a kind of like scrawny little guy, maybe in his mid 20s, blonde hair that's like already receding. And he seems really jittery. And he's like, can numbers 53, 42, and at 79 come to the third window right now? Thank you, bye. So,
Alright, I'm taking a quick check of surroundings, noticing if there is anything out of place, and I guess just go to that window.
Silver, what about you?
Right now, my main concern is my Rolls Royce, so of course I go up to window 3.
Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and assume that V is gonna, he's on his phone, but he's still gonna go to window 3. And the little guy's like, "Hey, oh my God, thank God you're finally here. Okay, I need you guys to come into the room with me, the back room with me right now, like right now."
I'm trying to intimidate him and to learn something more about the situation. Like, what the fuck are you saying, man? Why am I here? I don't do anything. I don't even have a car. Why do I have to go here?
Well, listen. This will all make sense really, really shortly. My name is Chester. You can call me Chet. Everyone does. Please, I'm really glad to see another of my kind here. Listen, you just got to come in the back. And you guys can tell that he's definitely not human, but he's not a vampire.
I just look the guy up and down and say, "Oh, you look like a Chester."
Yes, yeah, I get that a lot. Come on, please come in the back room with me, please. I need to talk to you guys urgently.
Okay, but if you fuck with us, I'll nail you down to the cross and set you out to the sun.
Okay, that really won't be necessary. Just please come on. And he kind of ushers you into a little like back consultation sort of conference room. And he can tell that you guys are not pleased with this, but he seems really on edge. Like he's kind of losing it. Like he's about to like jump out of his own skin. He's like, "Guys, you really got to help me out here. You really got to help me out. You know I'm a ghoul, right? Right? You're a ghoul too, right?"
What's it to you? Maybe I am, maybe I not.
"Look, don't try to do this with me, man. You know, I'm a ghoul, and my master went missing, and I'm starting to freak out. I haven't had any of his blood in a long time, and I'm starting to lose it. I think I'm seeing things. I really need your help."
All right, I can understand that. Let's go talk.
Okay, so I work here at the DMV, and I also know who, kind of kindred in the area are. And so I found your addresses through the database and I sent you those letters. I'm sorry if they seemed aggressive, but I really need help. So my master is a detective with the NYPD. His name is Vince Despacito, and he really, he's my best friend, okay? And he went missing, and I don't know what to do. I was looking at any sort of people who might want him dead, any cases he was working on, and I found this one scrap of paper on his desk that had the words Frost Hollow. So I did some research, did some digging, and it's a very small community on Lake Placid in the upstate. I think he might have gone there, but I can't get a hold of him and he hasn't been back. And basically, you guys are like actual vampires, and you're a ghoul, but you look like you can handle yourself, and I'm really starting to just lose it. So would you go look for him?
What's next for me?
I mean, it's another member of Kindred. He, listen, guys. He's a member of Camarilla, and you guys might be able to get in if you save him.
The Camarilla, you say?
Yeah, you're a venturer. You're interested, huh? Yeah. And so we could make something work. Just come on, we gotta find him.
All right, show me these papers you found.
So he pulls some stuff out of his back pocket. There's a small little map of Lake Placid, which you can see on the screen. And basically, it's a very small little lakeside town. There's only a few buildings, and there's nothing really special about it. There doesn't really appear to be anything special. But he's like, I think he must have gone here for a case. Maybe something happened to him, and I don't know what to do. Maybe, this would be your best start. And I already took the liberty of actually buying you guys train tickets. So it leaves in a few hours, so you better get ready.
That's just great. Maybe I wouldn't even want to help you. How did you know that, eh?
Listen, man, I don't really ask for much. I can't control myself anymore, and I'm really scared of what will happen to me if this keeps going, and I really don't have anything to give you except for the promise that you might be able to be inducted into the Camarilla. So, I mean, come on, please just help a guy out.
Induction sounds good. All right, you got yourself a deal.
I'm in.
So I guess, V's character just gives, a thumbs up. Maybe he speaks sign language, I don't know. But he gives you the tickets, and Chet's like, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means. So go get on the train, and once you get to Frost Hollow, maybe start asking around. Here's a photo of him you can show to people, and just good luck. Thank you guys so much.
All right, you fuck me over, I fuck you over. Bye.
Don't worry about him, Chester. We'll get it taken care of.
Thank you. Also, there's actually nothing wrong with your cars or anything. You guys are all actually totally in line. You guys don't even have parking tickets, so thank you so much, and have a good day.
Damn right I don't.
So, that was the bit of setup that I had to do. So you all take the train, and you figure out that Frost Hollow is probably a lot further north than you already thought. And it seems like even though Lake Placid itself is a town, Frost Hollow seems to be a little independent area on part of Lake Placid. The train station is literally just like a platform. Like there's nothing there. And so now I'm going to drop you all in Frost Hollow and let you have some fun with detective work. So let's see if you can find Vince Esposito.
All right.
Yes. So this is the map of Frost Hollow. You've been asked to find a detective with the NYPD. He is a Ventrue as well. He's a fairly high-profile guy, and he has gone missing. He appears to have been working on some kind of case centering around Frost Hollow, but that's really all the information that you all have.
Well, I'll suggest us to split and cover more ground. Maybe I'll just go and check the Laugh and Loon Tavern and the inn. And maybe our Ventru can go to City Hall since he is more of a socialite type. Huh?
And come on, who doesn't know the name Bain Montgomery even in a dump like this?
I mean, with your past, I'd say you tried to seduce everyone here.
Probably.
He gets around. Okay,
right.
So splitting up, is that the plan?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. I mean, we can all look separate places so that way cover more ground in a faster amount of time.
All right, so I guess who wants to go first, or we could roll initiative for it.
D10 for initiative or D20?
Okay, so they actually have a method for this. Hang on. It is your willpower. Well, here it's willpower plus whatever combat skill you want to use, but since we're not actually in combat, just roll however many D10 you have for points in willpower.
All right.
My willpower is blank. That was one thing I did not figure out.
He's probably a pretty willful guy.
Yeah, probably.
Go ahead and just roll like a 5 for purposes of right now.
5d10.
Oh, that was, I mean, okay, so that is 16, 18, 22. Oh no!
You gotta wait till she finishes.
I'm not good at fast math, you guys. I have an English
It's
degree.
on the side of the screen. He rolled a 34. I got a 29.
Oh,
Yep.
well then. Okay, so Dimitri is first, followed by Silver, and then V.
I should change
Yay.
my name on here.
You should. You should.
Hang on.
Okay, so Dimitri, you are going to the Laughing Loon.
Yep. To mingle with my type.
All right. So do you guys see the Laughing Loon on the screen?
Yep,
Sure
yep.
do.
R2
My
no.
beautiful rendition of the little tavern. Most of the free clip art that they had for sort of creating stuff on the board was like D&D themed. So I did my best to make it not like old timey, but you know.
I dig it.
Hey, whatever works. It doesn't look that bad either.
All right.
fine.
So Dimitri or Harry, where do you want to start?
Well, first I look around to see if there are any unsavory types. Let's just call it like that.
Most of the people here actually, they look rather friendly, cheerful. But one thing in particular has kind of stood out to you in that they are all ghouls. Even the cat over by the fireplace is a ghoul.
Well, that's really strange. It really puts my character at the edge. I'll go and talk to the bartender then.
All right. So he kind of smiles at you and he goes, "Hey, stranger, I never seen you in this town before. What can I do you for?"
Well, you can go and grab me a beer and a little bit of news.
All right. Well, I got the beer. What kind of news are you looking for?
Hey, so do you have police officers here pretty often from New York?
Well, seeing as we don't even have a police station because virtually no crime happens here. Oh, I just gave him a southern accent. This is supposed to be in upstate New York. Oh well. He says, "Well, no, but there was a guy in here, probably, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Real sort of tall, shady type.
And where did he went? Was he here for long? What did he do around here?
He wasn't here for long. He came in and ordered a vodka, which was very odd to me. And he wasn't one of us, if you know what I mean."
I'm pretty sure I can guess what you mean, but where did he go? Do you have an idea?
No, honestly can't say. Came in, ordered a vodka, left.
Didn't even talk to anyone?
He asked some questions, but I don't know. They seemed kind of weird. Like he was thinking we were going to pick up on his actual meaning of them or something. He was kind of shady, I have to admit.
Can you remember what kind of questions
What?
he asked?
Why?
My memory is fading. Martha, he calls out to the lady who's carrying some food over by the bar. He's like, "This is my wife, Martha. She might remember more."
All right. Alright, thanks. I'll go to talk to her then.
And she's like, oh, hello. Another one has arrived in town.
Yep. So, did you meet, did you recently meet any tall, shadowy, and handsome types around here?
Yes, there was that guy. He was a detective. He was coming in and he was looking for some folks who'd gone missing. He said he showed me some ads in the paper, but I hadn't seen any of them. He got frustrated and left.
Just like that? He talked to you only, or maybe he did talk to somebody else?
He was bothering everyone in the Laughing Loom, and I got mad. And so I told him, listen, if you're going to interrogate my customers, you can leave. And so he did.
Well, who
Give
did
me 1 second.
did he
I'm gonna do
bother
like
the
a
most?
pop out chat.
You.
He probably bothered my husband the most,
No, not
but I assume that's sort of normal since, my husband's a bartender. If there's
So I can
anyone who
still see
is
stuff.
going to know things around town, it's surely going to be him.
Yeah,
So I
that's
can see
true.
chat.
So, do you have any idea where he went next?
He did say something about trying to ask the mayor some questions, but he was kind of mumbling it on his way out the door.
Mumbling? Did you hear anything, maybe?
I think he was going to try to interview the mayor regarding the disappearances. Apparently, several major. Well, you know that he wasn't one of us, and he also wasn't a member of Kind, so a couple of kindred from New York City had gone missing, and he was coming to look for them here, God knows why.
Wait, he wasn't part of a kind?
No, he wasn't a ghoul, he was a vampire.
You guys watching
Alright,
and hear
thank you
everything okay,
very
right?
much for that. I'll go and check the mayor hall, I guess.
I think Silver was gonna do that, so.
Yeah, I know, I just had to say it in character. Can I roll for, I don't know, can I try to see if they are lying or not?
Sure. Let's see. I guess that would be, well, you don't have Auspex since you're a ghoul. Let me look at your sheet.
I have 2 points in subterfuge.
Okay, how about you roll your subterfuge and your perception? So 4, or 5. Okay. Okay, that was a 31. So I'm going to say that you can pretty much tell that she is not lying. Everything that she said so far has been accurate. She really doesn't know where he went, but that also means that him searching for several kindred in the area is also true.
Alright, I'll take that notice.
All right. Is that all you want to do for your turn and we'll move to Silver, or do you have more questions?
Well, that's pretty much it, but I would like to maybe ask around. Are there anyone who stands out here?
Like I said, everyone here seems almost a little too cheerful.
Huh, too cheerful. Huh. Well, no, I think I'll let Silver take the reign.
All right, Silver, you ready? All right, we are at City Hall.
Nazzy.
It got bigger. We're on.
So, City Hall is comprised of a couple of things. There is a center area. There's also to the left, there is Mayor Blaylock's office. There is a small Abenaki art museum on the right, and the small, teeny tiny little post office in the bottom right corner.
Is that a horse?
It is a statue of a horse. I knew someone
Okay.
was going to ask about the horse.
Okay, I was a little startled when I walked
that
in,
is
and I
great.
saw it through one of the windows here, and now that I know that it's not real, I'm a little more at ease.
All right, so where do you want to start?
Well, looks
That's
like the
my
only
horse.
people around are in the post office and the mayor's office, so I'm going to knock on the mayor's door.
Okay, so you give it a little knockety knock. And a couple seconds later, a very cheerful woman answers the door, and she's like, "Oh, hello, did you have an appointment? I'm so sorry, I must have missed it."
Oh, no, ma'am, I just got into town. I was wondering if you had a moment to speak, though.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Please come over to my desk. She seems very, very cheerful, and you can tell she is also a ghoul.
Interesting.
She
All
sounds
right,
like a
I
Cali
take
girl.
a seat in front of her desk, but I would like to use my awareness and alertness to kind of scope the room.
Okay. Do you wanna roll for it?
Yeah, just combine those two.
Yeah, sure.
6, dang.
39.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice
so, you can tell that it's pretty much an average office. She seems a little weird to you. Like, she's one of those people that's so nice that they're trying to cover something up almost. But she seems very friendly and willing to speak.
Okay.
So, you said you're new in town. You're not really like the rest of us here, are you?
No, ma'am, I am not.
Oh, so what brings you to Frost Hollow?
I was wondering if you had seen a certain gentleman from New York City. He's a detective with the police department up there.
No, can't say I have.
I'm gonna use my persuasion and just simply ask, are you sure about that?
All right, go ahead. Okay, so she goes, I mean, there was a guy here, but I'm not sure, and he was one of you, but I'm not sure if he was that guy in particular.
Did you not catch his name?
No, I was in meetings all day. We were planning the spring festival.
Do you know who he did speak with when he was here?
I did see him go into the Laughing Loon, but that is pretty much where everyone in town hangs out.
Okay, and this spring festival, has it already passed, or is it an upcoming event?
No, it's an upcoming event. We do it every year just to celebrate the end of winter, because, in upstate New York, winter's very long here, so we like to celebrate the coming of spring, sort of an ancient tradition that we brought into the modern world.
Interesting. I've always lived in the city, so for myself, I hardly even notice the changing of the seasons aside from my wardrobe.
Yes, I think most people in New York City proper probably don't. But when you're out here and you're surrounded by all this beautiful nature, you can't help but notice. She seems very taken by the whole thing.
She should be.
Well, feel free to enjoy Frost Hollow. You can see our Abenaki Art Museum, which is the native individuals who lived in the area. And and the Laughing Loon really is a great place to grab a quick bite or a nice drink whenever you'd like. And we do have a general store, the Adirondack Supply Company, should you need anything. And of course, there's a small hospital, but hopefully you won't need that.
My
Yes,
God,
ma'am.
her
Hopefully
voice.
I won't. Thank you for your time.
Of course, of course. Just so you know, I am Mayor Bridget Blaylock. It has been so wonderful to speak with you.
I put out my hand to shake hers and introduce myself. My name is Bane Montgomery. It is nice to meet you, ma'am.
Oh, wow, Vane Montgomery. Such a wonder to have you in our tiny little sleepy town. Well, welcome, and
Won't
let
be
me know
sleeping
if
for
you need
long.
any assistance, okay?
I will do that. Thank you.
It won't be
All right.
sleepy for long with Silver there.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else you want to do while you're here?
Yeah, let me go talk to the gentleman in the post office.
Okay. So the post office is literally probably about the size of a closet. It's very clear that there are actually relatively few residents in this little community, but he seems to be scratching something down very quickly, short little lines on a piece of paper, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there."
Oh, no worries. Pardon my intrusion.
Oh no, it's fine. I just really like writing poetry, so I know a lot of people think it's kind of silly. But so what can I help you with?
Yes, I was wondering if you had seen a gentleman like myself come in from the city anytime recently.
Oh, like yourself. Oh, no, I honestly don't think I have. I really don't leave the post office much, and even if he was here, he probably didn't come in. You can also tell, by the way, this gentleman also a ghoul.
Is there a way I could check to see if he's lying?
Let's see. Do you have I mean, a good thing to do because you're a Ventru. So if you want to get sort of a handle on your disciplines, you could try to use dominate and just be like, "Was he here?" And I can tell you.
Just go full Batman on him and see what happens.
All right, let's try it.
Full Batman. All right, go ahead.
All right, what am I rolling?
Let's see. Do you have points in your disciplines?
I don't. I've got my disciplines, but no points. Couldn't figure it out.
Oh, that's okay. This is your first game. So why don't you go ahead and, I don't know how many points you would have. Why don't you go ahead and just roll like 3?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Whoops.
So, let's see. So even if you could tell if he was lying, you know, he really just he seems like an honest guy. He's just your local mailman. So he seems pretty honest. He seems kind of truthfully embarrassed that you walked in on him writing poetry.
Aww. Well, then I will leave you to your writings. Good luck with that, and thank you for your time.
Oh yes, yes, you're welcome. Enjoy your visit to Frost Hollow.
Thank you, I will. And then I guess I'll
Forgot I wasn't
leave
on
and
my
throw
account.
it to V.
All right, V. I don't think we actually decided where you were going.
Is there any
We're
place
Just
left?
like stare into the old well.
Yeah, stare into the black abyss. Why not?
There you go.
Is that really what you want to do?
No.
Okay.
This is why I'm not in charge of
So
anything.
we went to the inn and Silver went to the mayor's office. So what else is left?
The hospital and the supply company.
Or you could hang out in the well or the lake. You know, just options.
Go swimming.
You just really want me to go swimming, don't you?
Kinda.
What would be at that supply company?
It's kind of like a general store. They sell basic supplies that people
Darkness
would
is your
need just
friend.
with everyday life. Yeah.
Well, if he's looking for information, he would go where there would be a lot of people, correct?
Yes, and there's definitely going to be more people at the hospital.
Yeah, so then let's go to the hospital and see what I can find out there.
Okay.
He's hanging out in the maternity ward, just like staring at the babies.
There's only one ward here. It's a tiny hospital.
He's just sitting there staring at people in general.
I'm a people watcher in the literal sense.
All right. So what you gonna do?
Let's go to the reception area and see if I can see anyone there.
Okay. So this is the least sexy nurse that I could find. So the
It's
least
the dying
sexy nurse
people.
is standing there by the desk,
No.
and she goes, "Oh, hello. What can I help you? Are you hurt?"
No, I'm not hurt, but I was looking for some information if you could help me with that.
Sure. What ails ya?
Well, nothing's ailing me. I'm actually looking for somebody.
Oh, okay. One of the people on the ward.
No, it was someone you normally wouldn't see around here.
What do you mean by that? And you can tell by looking at her that she is also a ghoul.
I think we've stumbled on a town full of ghouls. But anyways, I'm looking for someone like myself, someone who doesn't normally fit around here.
Do you mean Kine or Kindred? You can go ahead and say it.
I think Kindred.
Is he a vampire?
Yes, I'm a
Yes,
vampire.
Oh, we don't have any of those around here. Well, except for you, of course, but you were visiting. Um, you've probably caught on that Frost Hollow is entirely populated by ghouls.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's not necessarily a bad thing though.
No, not at all. It's actually very peaceful without our vampire overlords ruining everything. So if there was a vampire here, he's certainly not here now.
Okay, have you heard any rumors of anything happening like that? Like he's been spotted other places looking for certain people, anything like that?
Well, he did come and inquire about my morgue. I'm Nurse Valerie, by the way. I am the head nurse here at St. Dymphna's Hospital.
Sorry about the
Did you
phone.
see our statue of St. Dymphna out front, by the way?
I can actually see it out the window now, yes.
Yes, so St. Dymphna is our patron saint, and I'm very proud to work here. We do have a small morgue, but he came and asked for specific people if there'd been any Jane or John Does that maybe had been found. It seemed he was also looking for kindred, but I told him what I told you. This is a ghoul town. It's much more peaceful that way, and I told him that if there had been a vampire here, I surely would have known it. But alas, he did not find anything, and he turned around and left.
Question, can I use persuasion to see if she's lying?
Absolutely.
Okay, I have 3 points in persuasion, so how many die do I roll for that? Just 3?
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Okay, so you use persuasion on her, and she's like, "Oh, why are you looking at me like that?"
I'm sorry, I lose myself sometimes.
Oh, yes. Well, I already told you what I know, and what she did know. She is not lying. She's telling the truth.
Okay. Is there anyone else here I can speak to, or is she the only one?
Well, there are people on the ward, but she's like, I'd really would prefer if you didn't bother them. They're resting, and some of them are contagious, so, probably don't want to get near them.
Stare harder. Jesus. No, I don't feel like getting sick right now. I will thank her for her time, and I'll see where I can go from here.
All right, all right. So she's like, okay, well, let me know if you need any help, and welcome to Frost Hollow.
When I'm out the door, I mumble under my breath, God, her voice is annoying.
I gave all the women in this annoying voices. I'm so sorry.
Okay, they're ghouls. Like, I've played enough Fallout to know that they're normally a lot more annoying.
That is true.
I feel so bad for the Fallout ghoul voice actors. Like, that has got to be rough.
Hey, I'm a ghoul.
But you're not a...
I wonder if they
But
just
you're
hired
not
a
a
bunch
ghoul
of,
voice
like,
actor.
former metal screamo singers / screamers.
Or a bunch of smokers.
Yeah, be like, just come on in here and talk like normal, alright? And I'm like, okay, cool.
God, I would need so much, like, tea with, like, lemon and honey in it. I used to study voice, so, like, whenever I hear ghouls talk, I'm like, oh, no, honey! Okay, so I brought you all back to the map. Maybe let's assume that you all reconvene. So, what do you guys want to tell each other?
Well, let me start first, I guess, since I went first. Well, I quickly recap that there is nothing really that suspicious at the inn. Alright guys, here's the deal. He was in the inn, he asked about some missing vampires. And people here are really strange. They look like they're fucking high all the time. Well, barmaid here said that he went to a city hall to talk to the mayor. Anyone knows about it? That's it.
Beep, beep, who's next?
Think Silver, she went next.
Sorry, I was pushing the wrong button. Yeah, I went to City Hall and met with the mayor. She definitely knew that he was here, but was apparently too busy planning some festival or whatever these small town people do. I spoke with the mailman as well, and he had really no idea what was going on, so that's about all I was able to get.
And I went to a hospital and met a lady with a really annoying voice. And she couldn't really tell me anything other than stuff I could figure out on my own. So, nothing really new there.
Were there any patients in the hospital that you were able to speak with?
She said they were contagious, and I am not getting sick right now.
You sound like a middle-aged lady in an office.
Oh my god, I cannot afford to get sick right now. Okay, enough with that.
Alright, fun fact, vampires do not get sick only unless they drink sick people's blood. But, alright, I'll ask one question, guys. Is Mayor a vampire?
She's not. Her and the mailman both were ghouls.
And the nurse I
Alright,
met
then.
was also a ghoul.
So, did anyone notice any vampires around here?
Aside from... Not aside from the two of us here.
Alright then we have a killer question. Where are the vampires? I know you guys are newbies, because if you knew what a ghoul is, you would notice something really strange. Do you remember Chet guy that we met?
Of course.
Yeah,
Do you remember his state, like he was jittery like a junkie without a fix?
yeah. Is that because he hasn't had any of his master's blood lately?
Exactly.
Then
If you
where are the masters for these ghouls?
And that's the question. You see, as
Raiding
you
the ghoul stash.
know, you vampires are really, really pushy, and I doubt that if the master was around here, he would let anyone else run mayor's office. So the question is, where are vampires, and where people here get their blood from?
Well, there's two places here we haven't looked in yet. There's the supply company in the old well, and the lake, but I don't know what would be around there. So do you guys want to maybe head to one of those places, or as a group, or we could split up again, or what? You guys have suggestions?
There is also art museum. It was mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah,
There
that's
was
true.
there was nobody in the art museum, just some freaky horse statues. So I just kept walking.
This Silver got scared by a fake horse.
You shut your face.
No.
Such a big bad Ventru.
Hey, he's in the city. He only sees horses when it's like police during parades.
Kids, let's be friends.
I like how the ghoul has like taken the leading position here.
I know. This is so messed up. Oh,
Well, that's
let's
also
go check out the
'cause-
supply.
Yeah, we've never done this, so
Let's go check out the supply place. Unless V wants to go stare into the well.
I shall stare into the blackness of my soul. You probably couldn't understand that.
You
I
are
heard
not
it.
a Nosferatu.
No, I am not.
Yeah, let's go check out the supply company. I think that's the one place that none of us went. And the old well, I highly doubt that there's anything there. Let's be logical here.
Well, we may check the well, but it is on low priority right now.
I agree.
Yeah, that'll probably be the last place we look.
Alright then, let's see if we can scare up some store clerks.
Sorry, was crunching on some veggies and hummus. Okay, so I was really, really sad to discover that the map that I made for the Adirondack Supply Co. for whatever reason like didn't save. So I'm just gonna keep you guys on this screen right now, which is actually fine because I'm not used to working with a board anyway. But all right, so you guys go to the Adirondack Supply Co. and you'll notice that the sign looks like it is missing one of its letters, like someone yanked it off, and that's the final K.
Huh, that's unusual. There's no K.
Not the final Pam. Don't sue me, McElroy Brothers.
Lol.
Alright then, are we here yet?
Yeah, let's open the door. Let's go inside.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go inside and look around, see if there are any people here. And it is night, right?
Yes, it is.
Rude.
Alright then, I'll notice that it is kinda strange for a small town to have a 24/7 store.
Yeah, it is. But it is the supply store, the general company, and so there is a couple of people in there. One of which is actually a child, and it seems it's a little late for the kid to be awake. But what you'll notice is that the guy behind the counter, the mother, and the child are all ghouls.
Nice.
This is just getting creepy at this point.
Yeah, right.
Everyone in town is a ghoul.
Starting to think Harry's behind all of this, and I just like glare at him.
I sneer back.
He's
All
turned
right.
everyone against us. No, he didn't.
So the guy behind the counter looks up and he looks really tired. Maybe like he's been not getting very much sleep. Maybe like he's been crying. And he goes, "Oh, hey, welcome to the Adirondack Supply Co."
Are you all right there?
Oh, yeah, yes, I'm all right, I promise. My name's Jim Bob. Welcome to the Adirondack
Jim
Supply
Bob.
Co. Do you all need anything? You seem like visitors here. I haven't seen you here before.
I give him a funny look. Ghoul named Jim Bob. Now I have seen everything.
He's an honest guy, okay?
Alright, I stifle my snicker and try to look really intimidating right here. And with that intimidating look, I ask him, "Hey, did you see anyone like these guys around here?"
Oh, you mean Kindred? Yeah, a couple weeks ago, probably. I'm sorry, it was right before my wife, she passed away.
I'm very sorry for your loss. May we ask what happened?
He says, well, it was very, very tragic. But I'd rather not talk about it. She ended up drowning in Lake Placid, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Was it an accident?
Yes, she loved to go swimming, but the tide came in really quickly and she got caught in an undertow. I'm sorry, I really don't want to talk about it. And he gets really teary. It's obvious that he's in mourning.
I'm going to roll persuasion and just say, I'm very sorry for your loss. Is there anything we can do to help? Maybe talking about it will ease your mind some.
All right, go ahead and roll.
At the same time, I'm just looking around the store to see if anything is out of place.
Okay. You notice that one of the major imports, I guess, for sale at the Adirondack Supply Co. It does have a lot to do with farming, a lot of stuff to do with like the water, like you might have some fishing nets, fishing poles, that
Stare
sort
at
of
the
thing, which
sad
makes sense
crying
because they're on a
dude.
lake. Um, but there doesn't seem to be anything super out of place. The mother and the child have that same sort of cheerful disposition as everyone else, but the only one who has a different disposition is Jim Bob in the entire town. But it's he's in mourning. And Silver, you rolled a 23, so you ask if he wants to talk about it. He goes, "Oh, it's okay. I go talk to Nurse Valerie at St. Dymphna's once a week to sort of help me work through it. She knows a good stuff about grieving, grief work, that sort of thing. She's helped me a lot, but I think time is just gonna have to be the only healer."
That nurse,
Can I use empathy to see if I can like calm him down for a minute?
Okay.
Ooh, good one. I'm too rich to even have empathy points.
Oh my god.
I've got more in intimidation than empathy.
Okay, so you got a 22. So, what do you want to say to him?
I'll say that in my past I've lost a few family members too, so I know what he's going through. See if I can try and calm him down a little bit.
Okay, so he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you've also experienced losses. It's just so hard, you know. You wake up every morning and you expect them to be there, and then they're just not. It's just so, I keep thinking I like see her out of the corner of my eye. It's really hard." And he is calming down a little bit, but it's still clearly painful. And he's like, "Yeah, her name was Kay. So I had to take the K off of our own
Oh
side."
my lord.
Huh, that's an interesting way to grieve. And then trying to also empathize, he tells both men, I too have experienced great loss. I had a maid quit on me once.
I just kind of
I don't know if that's helping.
Oh, well, Anyway, I asked him just out of pure curiosity where he placed the K.
I put it down by the shore on Lake Placid near where she died. It's almost as like a grave
They're
marker.
dead.
It's kind of an odd grave marker, but okay.
You
Hey,
said
hey, when you've lost someone, you gotta work with what you got. You gotta get through it how you can. You just can't. It's not like something. It's like, oh, this is done. I'm throwing it away. No, you gotta like work through it. You know. Come on, Silver.
my-
You're too rich for your own good.
Well, my maid's name was Marie, and I didn't put an M in the middle of my bathroom that wasn't clean that week.
Oh my God,
you are
My
Silver,
character
you are
just-
horrible. Hey, can I roll
trying to
the
be
slap
sympathetic
Silver?
here.
Like seriously, can I do that?
I'm trying
I'm
to be
rolling my
sympathetic here.
eyes.
Sorry, V, what did you ask for?
Can I roll the slap Silver because she's being stupid?
Absolutely. You can absolutely do that.
Can I roll my eyes?
What would I roll for that?
Do you have any melee points?
I have 2 melee points.
Can I use my alertness to try and dodge it?
Are you guys really gonna start fighting each other in the middle of a grieving man's store?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, V, you have to roll melee. Silver, do you have any points in like, I guess like agility?
I have alertness and awareness, and I have stealth and physique.
Go ahead
Alright,
and
can I
roll.
roll intimidation to stop them just right now?
Okay, wait, we're gonna have to roll initiative because there's too many people wanting to do stuff. So, roll your initiative, and initiative in this works
Sorry.
that you roll your willpower plus whatever combat skill you want to use. So, like, V, you need to roll willpower
Hey, this
plus
shit-
melee.
this shit
Silver
happens-
would need to roll, I guess, willpower plus whichever skill would probably be the
This
most
shit happens
applicable.
when I play D&D all the time. So
And
I'm
Dimitri,
used
I
to
guess you
it.
need to roll willpower
It's
plus
great.
intimidation.
Damn, Dimitri. 9 points.
Holy
Damn.
shit.
Damn, look at Dimitri, he's 55.
Silver, I don't think we're fighting today. We'll save this for another time.
I think either. But we'll see. We'll see how he actually does on his roll.
But
This is
it's
just initiative.
great.
Alright then, I roll my intimidation plus
Sorry, you cut off there. Your intimidation plus what?
socialize.
Okay.
Socialize. Okay.
Okay. Well, you got a crit in there. Okay.
I thought
So,
is a 1 a crit or a crit fail?
well, I always just said crit for both a 20 and a 1, but I mean, that could totally be
when
wrong.
I play D&D, we always called it a fumble when you rolled a 1.
Oh, fumble. I kind of like that.
I fumbled. Alright,
Okay.
I tried to intimidate them, but
Yes.
I got hiccups right in the middle of it.
I look at you like, dude, what are you doing?
I just laugh at him.
Okay. So I guess, are you guys gonna still try to smack
Put
each
them
other?
in a kettle launcher.
Yeah, I guess it would be V first since he's the one trying to hit me.
No, I'm kind of laughing at Dimitri right now, so I think we're gonna hold off on this.
Okay, good.
It was
All this because I
critical
tried to be
failure
sympathetic.
success.
You're not being empathetic, you're just being rich.
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
Not really.
What if I gave him $100?
Oh my god. My phone's ringing, I have to go shut it up. Hold on.
That's okay.
Shut up! Oh.
Well, I mean, if you gave him $100, I doubt he would. I doubt he would complain.
would he feel better and actually, tell us, like, feel better enough to talk to us about what we need to ask him about?
Are you gonna try to bribe him?
Yeah.
How about you roll?
I have persuasion and subterfuge.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
back.
Oh,
Are
and
you-
socialize.
Oh,
Wait,
Are you
persuasion and
really
socialize.
trying-
Silver, what are you
really
doing?
trying to bribe
Bribing.
his man over his
You're
wife's
bribing
death?
the grieving man.
Yeah. What else am I gonna do?
That is what she's doing.
I just shake my head in disappointment.
That's terrible.
Kind sir, would this perhaps make you feel better so we could ask you a couple questions?
He kind of like looks at the dollar bill and he's like, I mean, you could have just asked me. I mean, I'll take 100, but you Kindred are always trying to buy things. You can't buy all of that empathy.
This poor
you can't
man, right?
Bring Kay back with your money.
Oh my god.
Nonsense! Money buys everything.
Silver!
Now, good sir. You.
Okay, Bane, shut up.
I am trying to solve our mystery here.
By giving a grieving man money and being a total jerk.
I
Venture
am not being
away.
a jerk. I am being kind. I gave the man $100 so he could, I don't know, whatever these poor people buy. But I am just trying to solve the mystery here.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, what mystery?
Shut up. That's in character.
Well, maybe I could help. What mystery are you dealing with here?
Look, man, there's nothing you can do right now.
Well, hold
okay?
on. Maybe if he wants to talk, we can ask him some questions.
I have more hundreds.
Bane, no.
I put my wallet away and
We
sulk.
can try to ask him some questions, see if he'll answer. Since he seems interested in what we're talking about.
All right,
My
let's...
wife used to love Agatha Christie novels, so maybe this would make me feel closer to her.
Ah, Agatha Christie novels. They're always a nice way to relax after a long day at work.
Stressful.
Let's let Orion do the talking.
If you insist.
Well, I mean, I do have points in persuasion, so maybe
And
we'll
he
see.
does
So
And,
do
investiga-
I.
and investigation, so maybe we'll see
So
what we
do
can
I.
get. You have points in investigation?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
1.
I have 3, so I win.
But I also have awareness and,
Yeah,
other
so do I.
things and I have a pocket full of cash.
Oh my lord. Okay, back.
Yeah, but Silver,
okay,
he's a Toreador, so he has aspects.
and I did investigation in my spare time, so it's kind of something
damn.
I do.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
so,
I have influence and fame.
So let's ask this guy some questions here. Did we ask him if he already saw the man yet?
No, we've been fighting and
That-
bribing.
That's
Wait, I think you
fair.
did.
Did we? Oh, Dimitri might
Don't
have asked him.
know. We've been talking about his wife since we got here.
We did.
Okay, but he didn't he wasn't able to answer us because he was grieving.
He said something about his wife drowning like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I wasn't really listening. I was looking at the beer prices.
Looking at beer prices.
Oh, but you're mad at me for giving the man $100. Oh, hey, okay.
Well, I didn't give him $100. Why didn't you give them to me so I could buy more beer?
I don't think you need more beer if we're going to be investigating things.
Beer
Russian
is
ghouls.
great. Beer is great for investigation.
Okay, so what questions are you going to ask this guy before we get too tangential?
Okay, we already asked him if he saw the man, but I don't know if we got a straight answer. So now that he's interested in what we're talking about and he's calmed down a little bit, maybe we can try asking him again.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask him if he's seen anyone strange, anyone looking for specifically other people while we were here, or before we got here.
Oh, because I was gonna say, well, that's you guys. um, so he kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, well, there was that one kindred guy. He came in looking for some folks who he said they were missing from New York City, but if you hadn't noticed, we don't really have any kindred around here except for you. We're a nice, calm, peaceful community of ghouls who just wanted to escape the normal hustle and bustle of ghouldom. So we moved here and established this ghoul utopia.
I smirk. Peaceful and quiet and ghoul all in the same sentence.
Alright, I
Bane,
look
be
around.
quiet.
I look around and did mother and child leave while we were talking with guy?
No, they're still there. The mother is getting some like groceries, like pantry staples, like flour, sugar, that kind of thing, and the child is looking through the candy.
Alright. Are they close enough to hear what we're saying?
So the mom's like, oh, well, the recipe called for this, but I think it'll be okay if I substitute this. And the child is like, Mommy, can I have some of these? The child, you will notice, is also a ghoul, which is rather odd.
Alright then, I try to use my intimidation and socialize and just hug his shoulder and ask really quiet.
You're going to intimidate a child.
No.
I can bribe the child.
No, you're not bribing the child.
No,
We are not doing anything to the child. He is too far away.
Okay, because the last thing I heard was the child going like this, and then you're like, well, I'm going to use intimidation. That's why I'm like, you're going to intimidate a child.
I could just walk up and ask the kid if it's seen anything weird, because, I mean, come on, little kids pay more attention to things than adults do.
That's fair.
Well, I think his mother is right here, and I doubt. Well, if Silver seduces her, we can interrogate the child.
No!
I don't think we have to interrogate the child,
No,
Harry.
we
I
do
think all we have to do
not.
is ask the child, or buy the child 1,000 candy bars. Come on, let's be realistic.
1,000? That's a bit much.
Same thing, really. Same thing.
Sure, a bit much.
Maybe.
It is.
But
I hope it doesn't come to that. I really don't.
I'm trying to intimidate the shopkeeper a little. Just not to count as, Kurt. Just trying to ask him where they got the vampire plot then. Just a little question. As a ghoul to the ghoul.
That's fair.
All right,
You'll
so
probably
you're
give
definitely
a
gonna
ghoul
have
a
to roll
straight
for that
answer.
one.
Of course. And also I usher my companions a little further so they can hear, but like they are not here.
Okay.
Look at the groceries.
Go look at this flower.
Yeah, go look at that beer or candy or whatever. I have a questions to ask.
Okay, so go ahead and roll.
I'm just staring at him with narrowed eyes.
Okay. So, you ask him where they get the blood from.
Nah, I just, well, you see, man, I'm a ghoul too, yeah? And my master is really not here, and I'm getting kinda jittery. So, do you really know some places where I can get my fix, if you know what I mean?
Are we talking about cocaine?
No.
No, we're not bringing drugs into this.
I was just making sure there's a child nearby, and you guys yell at me for giving the man a $100 bill, but then you start asking about, weird stuff, so I was just, checking.
The mother covers the child's ears with her hands.
I'm surprised she didn't do that earlier.
Okay, so the shopkeeper kind of looks compassionately at Harry, and he says, "Oh, you're getting the shakes. Well, the best person to talk to would probably be Nurse Valerie if you're not feeling too good over at St. Dimphnus Hospital. She might be able to help you."
Alright, thanks, man.
Why didn't we have Harry go there instead? Why would you go to the tavern when you could have went to the hospital and probably fixed our problems a lot sooner? Leave it to the ghoul to complicate things.
The guy at the bar or the counter kind of looks up and is like, "Hey, in this town, we are all ghouls, and we are ghoul positive in this town. And if you're going to talk negatively about ghouls, you can leave."
Ugh,
See,
I wish
Bane,
I
look what you
could.
did. Look what you just did.
Well, unfortunately,
Now they all
I'm
hate
stuck
us.
here until we find the detective, so my apologies, but it's not exactly the kind of place I'd like to be. But anyway, are we going to bother the child and the mother, or are we going back to the hospital?
I think
The mother turns.
I think the mother and child are bothered enough.
Yeah, the mother turns and is like, "Too late for that."
Oh, would you like $100?
No, Bane, stop it.
Can I buy a beer?
Sure.
What is going on right now?
But not with my money.
I don't need your money. I have a ghoul money right here. Dirty ghoul money.
The only money worth anything around here is US dollars. Ugh.
All
Excuse me.
right. So what do you guys plan on doing?
Well, sounds like we're dragging Drunky over here to the hospital.
All right.
Well,
One
while
beer
these two
there.
are bickering, I'm gonna make my way back to the hospital.
Okay. So let's go back to the hospital.
Alright, then I guess they should stay outside, out of sight of window, just so the nurse wouldn't get, suspicious and stuff.
How
That's
do you guys
fair.
feel about that?
That's fair. She already saw me, but
Man, one more vampire's not gonna shock her, but either way, whatever, he's the one that needs the help.
Yeah, Mr. Richie Rich here can stay outside.
Excuse me, I will
Richie
get dirt on
Rich.
my coat.
Richie Rich.
You can buy yourself a new one.
Not in this town.
Okay. So Dimitri, you gonna go ahead and head on in?
Yeah, I'm going inside and see the nurse.
Okay, she kind of smiles and she's like, "Oh, hello. You must be with that visiting group of vampires. What can I help you with?"
Well, I heard that you are here to help with our ailments, right?
"I'm a nurse. That's my job."
So, I'm kinda getting shakes lately, since I don't have my master around. And let's just say, that the less said about my compatriots here is the better. So, can you really help me?
"Oh, wow. Well, the last blood drive was 2 weeks ago. And she kind of ponders for a minute. So, have you ever considered leaving your master?"
Well, it did cross my mind a couple of times, but I can't really do it while I'm living in New York and I have my nephew to look at.
Well, I mean, you could take your nephew and move here. We are a nation of independent ghouls, and we're getting bigger and bigger by the day.
It does sound really great. How did you manage to do it?
Well, it's not just us. Your friends are waiting outside. What do you say? Let's go back over to the surgical suite. That's, down the hall through the ward. We can talk privately there.
Yeah, let's do it. so they don't hear it.
Okay, so the surgical suite is this lovely area here.
This bitch.
So she kind of leans casually against one of the surgical tables and is like, well,
I hope there's not a person on that surgical table.
there's not. They're both empty.
Okay, good.
And she's, oh no, otherwise it'd be breaking the sterile field. No, but so she just kind of
Sterile
like,
field.
well, it's sort of an underground movement of sorts. You know, why should we have to be subject to vampires when all they are virtually our water fountains? Get my drift?
What?
I
Okay.
think they do.
I can't even hear this conversation. I'm offended.
Bane, be
So-
quiet.
She kind of looks at him and is like, why don't you dump those two kindred you're with and join our cause?
It is a really, really interesting idea, and it's not like I like them anyway.
So she kind of bats her eyelashes at him and is like, oh, okay. Well, there's something very simple that you have to do.
And what is it?
We have to kill them.
Huh. That's not an easy task to do.
That, or we capture them and basically just make them our lackeys.
Huh. And how would you do that?
Well, it's pretty difficult. You know, that detective guy who came here. He was really, really hard to take down. But we had him chained up for a while, and pretty much when any of us get hungry, we just go take a sip. It's really quite easy after you break their will.
That's really, really neat. So, all I have to do is chain those bozos, and I'm in, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And you can dump your master in New York City. You can move here. We have someone, well, he's actually on the ward right now. He's not feeling very well, but he comes from an Amish community in Pennsylvania, and they can put up a house like no one's business. So it would be quite simple to let you settle down here and you can join the movement. We're only one of the many settlements all across this nation of independent ghouls. Pretty soon, we'll be able to overthrow the Camarilla itself.
Huh, that's pretty great. Though I'm not really into politics. I'm just a to the ground guy, never really looking up. Just here to live my life, you know.
Well, we need those too. We always need foot soldiers. Now, not a word of this to either of the kindred that you're with, or you'll have to be killed too.
Rip.
Don't worry. I have it in myself to not just bow to any vampire who orders me around.
Okay, well, so those people that detective was looking for, those were kindred that we had already taken for our own purposes. We were all getting hungry. The hospital ward was completely overthrown. It was terrible. So we took them and then that detective had to get involved and he got a little too close for comfort. So, you know, we just had to do away with him.
Nice. So, tell me, is he still around? Like, can I take a sip, maybe?
No, he's not around anymore. Like I said, our last blood drive was about 2 weeks ago. We were all so hungry that we kind of killed him in the process. It was awkward. We weren't trying to. Everyone was just so hungry that we nearly frenzied.
I see. So you have no vampires right now, yeah?
No, not at the moment. If you start going into complete withdrawals, come back here. We have a special withdrawal ward.
Alright then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright then, I'm going outside.
She calls after him, "Remember, not a word of this to your friends."
I'm just nodding while exiting.
Okay, so you join the other two who are waiting outside.
So, nothing really much here, I think, but I think we... Wait,
was that?
But I think we should go and check out that cave on the shore lake. You know, sightseeing and stuff.
That was my evil laughter that I'm glad that he didn't tell you guys.
So we're just going to stare at a letter on the side of a lake?
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Okay. I really don't like following the orders of a ghoul, but I guess we don't have any choice. Let's go.
He is the one with the information here, so yeah, we really don't have a choice.
Yeah, true.
Ha 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 ha.
What was
I
that?
don't like that laughter.
Nothing, nothing. Let's go.
So I don't actually have a real location for the side of the water, so this is what we got.
No, I'm just taking them somewhere outside of, you know, the village.
Okay. So are you gonna go by the water, or are you going in the middle of nowhere,
Well, let's go to the water and see if anyone's around here.
Okay. So you go down to the water, and there are some people who are kind of swimming a good distance off, but for the most part, you guys are by yourselves, except for the weirdly small little shrine that seems to have been built in Kay's memory.
Well, I go to the shrine and pretend to look it over, while also subtly motioning my traveling companions to come closer.
Okay.
Okay.
So, that's what I heard. This town is fucked up. Guys, we really we really can't do anything here, I think. I'm not a soldier, you know. It seems that these guys can subdue a vampire, and I'm not really one. My character is kinda freaking out right now.
So they're gonna come after us, is what you're saying.
After you mean?
Oh, is it because he's poor?
Oh my god.
No, it's because you are a vampire, and you see, your blood is really worth more than your money.
You realize I said us,
highly
not
doubt
just
that.
me, right? So therefore, you're saying Silver isn't, or Bane isn't gonna be targeted, but I am? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you two are walking, talking fast food trucks here.
I am far too important to become a drive-through.
Bane, be quiet.
So, that guy that we came here for is dead. Like, deader than dead.
Figures. Now our time is wasted, and I'm out $200.
No
And
one
here's the
told you to
fun
bribe that
part.
guy.
These guys here want to overthrow a Camarilla.
What?
Oh, really now?
Yep.
Well, we're gonna have to do something about that now, aren't we?
Maybe. Maybe not.
What do you propose?
Well, it seems that we can't just call some sheriff from New York and bust this house up, since it is not the only place that ghouls have. So we need to look up the papers to find out where the other places are. And then we send Prince some really important papers that give us some grace and money.
So did it seem like they had any way to track their network?
I don't think so. I don't think so, since it is
Or
not really a high-tech town, if you could see.
well, yeah, but I meant like is there any communication lines between them or are they all separate, like separate villages that have no contact with each other?
Well, it seems that they have a letter system. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a uh, really fast network between them.
Should we go speak with the mailman? See if
We
you
should
could get any
have
more information?
we should have Harry speak to him again
Ah,
since he's a ghoul.
That's what I'm thinking. He was a nice young man, but I couldn't really get much out of him.
Yeah, I think I can get something out of them.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to City Hall.
Yep.
Yep,
Here we go.
I think that Silver, sorry, that Bane and Orion should maybe mingle around here to see how people react to them, something like that, maybe.
Well, do you want to go check out the creepy horse statue in the museum?
I want to see you try and ride that horse statue in the museum.
No.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
While Silver, while Bane and Orient trying to settle up that creepy horse statue, I go to the mailman.
And I'm gonna take pictures.
Okay. Selfie. Okay. So, Dimitri, I guess we'll start with you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, you walk in on the
Be right back,
on
guys.
the post office, and you saw the same thing that Silver did. It's very small. It is a very clearly a very small community of people that live here. But the mailman himself, at this point, is reading a bad, like, bodice ripper romance novel, and he nearly shrieks when he looks up and sees you, and that you caught him reading some horrible smut, basically. He's like, oh, hi, hi. How could I help you?
Um, so, uh, don't worry about that book. So, do you have here some phone, maybe something, so I can, I don't know, talk to people in the other area? Yeah?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think Mayor Blaylock has a phone. I don't really have one here. We do letters here because get it, we're a post office.
So, do you have. So, you see, man, I'm here from another, purely ghoul community. And I'm sent here to check things out, see how it works here. You catch my drift, yeah? I have 5 in manipulation and 2 in subterfuge. Can I roll?
Yeah, you can roll for it. I really like how no one has like straight up resulted to combat yet. Like we're trying to like talk our way out of things. I like it. Oh, nice one. Okay. So you convince him. You convince him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, you can use Mayor Blaylock's phone."
Alright, thanks, man. I'm really appreciating your help here.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Are you from the Ghoul Village outside of Portland, Maine?
Yeah, totally am.
Oh, cool. I heard that one's growing really fast. Anyway, go ahead and let Mayor Blaylock know that I said it was okay for you to use her phone.
Alright, thanks, man. Thanks very much.
Okay.
So, I'm exiting and I'm trying to talk to people while we're, well, people, vampires here.
Okay. V, are you actively trying to ride the horse statue?
I think he's a cameraman.
Okay, I think he also stepped away from the moment. So, Silver, what are you doing before we let Dimitri continue?
I'll just wander around, checking out the museum.
Okay. So while we're waiting for V, I guess Dimitri, you can go ahead and talk to Mayor Blaylock.
Yeah, I think I'll do just right that. Alright, I enter her office.
And she's like, hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Miss Mayor. I'm sorry for interrupting and going unnoticed, but I have something very important to talk with you about.
What's going on?
Well, you see, I came here from Portland community to bring my
back.
compatriots into the fold, if you catch my
I'm
meaning.
back.
Oh, okay. So you've brought them to us as snacks, basically.
Yeah, you can call I'm a pizza man.
Oh, okay. Was that the code name that they gave you?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've heard that you have communication with other communities, right?
Oh, well, yes. We've got a list of phone numbers over by the phone if you'd like to call.
No, not at the moment. I have nothing to report right now, but it's nice to know that I I can talk to my comrades over there easily. Thank you very much.
All right. Sure. Go ahead and you can use my phone. Just remember to dial 9 first to go outside of the city government.
All right, thank you for information and for your time. I'm going over to the phone and look at the numbers real quick.
It's a really, really extensive list of phone numbers. And at the top, it just says USA. So it's kind of implied that there might be other communities all over the world. So this is clearly a lot bigger of a hornet's nest than we thought.
Well, I'm checking, making it look like I'm looking for my community.
Okay, Mayor Blaylock is just like looking through some files or something. You know, stuff mayors do.
All right. Well, I'm finished. I don't think I need to phone anyone right now.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if that changes. And welcome to Frost Hollow.
Thank you very much for your warm welcome. I'll go to talk to the pizza, if you know.
Of course, of course.
Alright, so I go and meet up with the guys and I guess we should head out.
Alright, y'all, what do you want to do?
Is V sitting on
I'm
the
here.
horse?
I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
you
V.
were sitting on the horse.
Who's on the horse, y'all?
I just wanted to show it to you.
Yeah, on second thought, that thing looks unstable. I don't want to sit on it.
Okay.
Told you it's creepy.
Alright,
Yeah,
guys.
you're right, it is.
I'm calling for the attention. Alright, guys. I think Mayor is in a good mood. I think we should go.
Okay. This thing's creeping me out anyways. Let's go.
Hey, don't talk about me like that.
All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna
where are
let
you
that
headed
one go.
now?
I think we should just go in the middle of nowhere right now, or maybe we should go towards the inn. Any thoughts?
Anywhere that isn't going to ruin my suede shoes.
There is no place here that wouldn't.
Don't remind me.
You can just buy another pair. It's fine.
No, but then I have to wait till I get back to the city.
Okay, so where are y'all headed?
Anywhere we can talk.
Well, we can talk almost anywhere here, but we can talk about serious stuff. I don't know, maybe we should go to a shrine, back to a shrine.
Fine by me.
That works.
All right. I think but this is much bigger than we thought before. It seems, I mean, it looks like they are not just in the USA. I mean, they had a huge book in the mayor's office with a lot of phone numbers and label USA at the top. So it is pretty logical to think that it is not just USA that they are operating in. What do you think?
In a way, it doesn't exactly surprise me.
Why not?
Well, there are ghouls all over the world, unfortunately, so, it only makes sense that the community would be far larger than this tiny little suburb.
Unfortunately? Excuse me, princess.
Rip.
Rip.
I'm just staring at these two like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? I'm just like excited. I want to see what happens.
So, what are you
No,
gonna do?
Nothing.
Can you
Bring
give us
out the
any
phone.
more detail than that, Harry?
Well, I can tell that she has the only one phone. There is nothing in the post office. Well, you could have saw that on yourself if you've looked close enough.
Excuse me.
I do.
Ugh, anyway,
So, what do you guys think will be the next steps toward dealing with the situation?
Well, if we are going to interrupt their whole operation, I think we need to cut off their communications. We need to take over, well, not take over, but we need to either cut their phone line, which would be really messy, and we need to find that line first, or we need to just find a way to stop mayor's access to the phone.
the mayor did mention that there is an upcoming festival, but she didn't say exactly when. If it's soon, it might give us a chance to sneak into City Hall when nobody is there.
That's true.
Well, festival is good, but I think that you two may become main dishes on that festival.
Oh,
That's also a possibility. So we need to do this quickly.
Yeah, so we need
Hang on,
to
what time is
come
it
up-
now?
In game, it is
Yes.
like, I mean, it's probably not too late at night. Everything's probably starting to close up. It's probably around like 10 or so.
Okay, is City Hall staffed 24/7?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So by now only hospital and inn are probably open, right?
Yes.
I think we should head to the inn and get some room for you guys to sleep during the day.
Unless you want to try to break into City Hall while nobody is there.
That's what I
They-
was thinking.
Didn't you mention that the bartender told you that they don't have police around here because there's no crime?
Huh, that is a good idea, but won't they be really suspicious right now?
I have stealth and larceny.
I have
I don't think
stealth.
you
Not
have
much, but a little
larceny.
bit.
Me too. Well, then I agree to that proposal. We should check out City Hall first, scale it up. Well, not scale it up, look it up, see what
Get
is
the
outside
military.
as well as inside. Maybe we should just cut the phone line if we can find it.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe check out the post office just in case has been some kind of back and forth through the mail and not just the phone.
I
Okay.
agree.
Mailman normally doesn't know what comes through the mail. His job is simply to send it out and hand it around when it comes in.
In fact, it would be a federal crime if he was looking at other people's mail.
Very
That is
true.
also true.
Unless we're in utopian happy world, you know.
Shut up,
What is,
Russia.
what is this? We happy few?
Yes.
Yep.
Take your joy, or in this case, vampire blood.
Yay.
Alrighty. So, when are you guys gonna try to break in?
I think we should wait like a
Should
couple hours.
yeah,
maybe.
wait a few hours and then
About midnight, 1 o'clock.
see what happens.
Okay. Additionally, so you guys are going to wait and try to break into City Hall. It's currently 3:05 p.m. Central. We need to finish up the game by 4, just because I know people have other places that they need to be. So we could either leave that for next time, or we could keep going for a little bit. What do you all think?
Approximately how long do you think it would take us?
That depends on you guys.
That's also true. The
Knowing
way
us-
things have been going, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, we might be saving it for next week.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best course.
It
Okay.
is a good cut point. I mean, we go to the inn and mingle, and next time we just start with larceny.
I
Like an
agree.
old-fashioned break-in.
Yep.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, I'll need to do some plotting. I'm glad. I'm excited with how this has started. So I think
Hopefully Wolf can
we
join us
will-
next time.
I know. I'm not sure what happened to him. We will find a way for him to be brought in. But I guess we will coordinate when we will meet next time. And for anyone who's still watching our broadcast, thank you
you
very
for
much for
watching.
joining us. It was the majority of everyone's first time playing Vampire the Masquerade, so I tried to make this a beginner-friendly campaign. And hopefully everyone had a good time.
We'll be
I
back
think-
next week, and I'm gonna post this video on Silver's channel and my channel as well.
Yeah, and check back in on this channel later because I will be streaming my time at Porsche, and I am holding a giveaway for a Steam key for it.
You need to
Ooh,
give me
I saw
that
that.
link, Silver.
Yes, I do. I will send that to you in a moment.
All right, everyone. Well,
Thanks for
thank you for
stopping
joining
by.
us. And we will see you next time on Frost Hollow.
Dun dun dun.
Insert evil laugh here. Bye. All right, I'm cutting the stream.
All right.